Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Look, if there's one thing I hate more than anything, it's just playing through a game at a snail's pace like this, where I have like one session a month and it drives me insane. Because we started this goddamn game in December, and that is a pain in the ass. But one of the big reasons that I haven't been playing a lot is starting to go away. And that's that as of, I think, 2 days ago. When did I? Yeah, today's Saturday? Yeah. 2 days ago, I wrote my final exam ever. And I'm done. I'm done with school. My degree is coming. I'm going to graduate. I'm finished. I'm allowed to do just whatever I want to live my life. Huge weight off my shoulders. Huge poggers. Here just for Brom. I'm still in the Pike waiting room. I want Pike to show up. I'm so not. Yeah, so this is like month 3, 4, 5 of our playthrough. And I am like 6 hours in or something like that. 6, 7. It's pretty ridiculous. So that's that. Yeah. Kind of the opposite of poggers. I was streaming a little bit in March. We had like 2 League streams and then a Ruined King stream, and I remember rage quitting at the end of that stream just because like whenever my expectations or something are wrong and then subverted and like causing a bad experience in the moment, like it's so frustrating because here I was, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna return to streaming, I'm gonna be less anal about paying attention to the game, I'm actually gonna talk to people, I'm gonna like interact with my chat a ton and not really care what's happening in game and just like relax a bit because I really need to relax and enjoy the story. And then abrupt one fight difficulty spike that kicks my ass in a random encounter. It's like, oh, that made me mad. That made me really mad. But I'm gonna try to keep my wits about me this time. We're gonna acknowledge that Ruined King is a game where just random difficulty spikes show up, where some of the standard enemies are just abruptly way stronger than the ones that came before and after. It's a normal frustration point. I'm just not good at handling my frustration. Let's play some games. I have a system update. Let's update. Okay, we'll restart our system. Oh no, that's gonna make me have to adjust my own display again because it's defaulting back to my PC. One moment. My consoles and PC share a monitor. Like I have this main monitor over here, and then the secondary monitor has just different input. Like I can choose either my console. It has 2 HDMI ports. Why is Miitopia at the front now? I mean, I'm not complaining. Miitopia is awesome, but that game slaps. That game is criminally underrated. Ruined King. I want Pike to show up. I want to beat the Jagged Hooks up for what they did to me in March. It's April 23rd! I'm gonna turn the speaker volume down too so it doesn't bleed into the mic too much. And we're good. Oh, it's really too bad that a game I was looking forward to so much ended up being the game that I'm having a really bad time while playing. Like, not because the game is bad, because my life was bad. Was something loud there? Okay, profile 1. Yeah, 8.5 hours. That's alright. March 9th was the last time. Ugh, it's been almost 2 months. I have to remember exactly where I was and how to play. Because this game's complex. We're in the Jagged Hooks warehouse. At least I remember exactly where I am, and there haven't been too many story beats. I'm gonna lock my chair. Gonna lock my chair a little further back. This is what I love about playing console games, just the fact that I get to kind of recline a bit. We're shipping Braum and Pike. Oh god. I mean, I need to see how they handle Pike, because I haven't met him yet in this game, except for the very beginning when he had a cameo. I hope he's written better than Sentinels of Light. I'm sure he is. Like, there's no way he can be written worse than Sentinels of Light. Just, I'm an avid Pike player in League, so I just want him now. Ah, this fucking room. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, so the goal is to rescue Graham. We're still in the middle. It looks like everybody has their HP and their mana. So that's good. I'm using a Bromless party right now, I think. There were stairs here, now there's not. That's right. Okay, so I left mid-dungeon. It should be pretty easy to just jump back into things. Ilaoi is just a better tank for me right now. Oh, hold on. What's causing this? Oh, are those just on a pattern? Looks like they are. It's a pretty easy path. Oh. Okay, we climb the ladder. We take this stuff from the chest. Defender's ring. All of that. There's something here. Someone's sleeping roll. Empty grog can. Candles in a romance novel? Nice. I mean, yeah, that's the problem with games of... like, with RPGs with larger parties than they have like, a party size. I literally can't use everybody. Although I really don't want to think about the complexity level of this game if you were using all 6 of your characters at once. Just, ooh. Okay, I may as well sneak attack this guy because I'm sorry to have to fight him. Give me a tentacle! Okay.
Think you can handle me?
Attack power up. Let me just remember what everyone does because I have to do that again. Okay, my buttons wrong. Okay, love tap. Fancy footwork. 2 times. Okay, yeah, because Misfortune doesn't have a taunt or anything, but the footwork is... evasion that I kind of struggled with. You have Shredder, you have Misdirection, which is my push, right? Because Misfortune has a lot of weird, like, lane interactions. Tentacles, god damn it. Some extra tentacles. This is, yeah, double up obviously does what you would think. Heartbreakers, okay, so yeah, Misfortune was, like, there's a few things, there's some AoE. Yeah, I mean, I know how I'm starting this. Oh, I should probably check what these guys actually do. How do I do that again? X, inspect mode. The Jagged Cannoneers casting Firestorm. Deals moderate magic damage over 5 shots and applies Ignite to each champion. Great. Okay. So how can I interrupt him? Everyone's going to be able to go first. You're tapped. Ilaoi, yeah. Do I need to taunt? It won't do anything against an AoE. No, and I don't know any of the abilities that are coming later, so don't spoil me on them. I mean, do I just start with Tentacle Smash? I may as well. I like overcharging. And then Yasuo is just going to do his normal shenanigans. Can I push somebody out? And is there any reason? Oh, push forward ally. Whoops. Oh, that's right. That's right. This would take Yasuo out of the lane. Oh, yeah. I missed route because I'm thinking Brahms push. Yeah, that's Brahms' ability, not Misfortune's. Oh, I didn't play League like that long ago. Like I wasn't there for the. I think I started mid-season. Yeah, I started mid-season 6. Talia was the newest release when I started playing. And now I've bastardized her into a support. I think I actually want to speed lane Misfortune for the long run in this fight. That's a-okay with me. We all have Ignite, and that's 36 true damage each tick. It is what it is. So the next guy's going to attack. It looks like these guys attack very, very infrequently, which is nice. Let me just remember, because Ilaoi has the heal. Harsh Lesson was like... Yeah, Harsh Lesson was like the only real high damage thing Ilaoi could do. I remember that. Okay, I think I can survive like any of the... Is this worth it? It probably is worth it. I can take the hit right now. It's not like taking the hit is going to prevent Yasuo from doing anything. And then, how much does Yasuo's do? 403? Okay, so I don't want to waste Yasuo's ult right now. And in fact, I would rather save him for the next guy. don't have anything that does enough damage. Both hits apply tapped, so everyone is tapped. This kills. Oh, wait, I can't go back. Ah, the guy's gonna shoot first. I think I made a mistake. Might have been worth going to speed lane. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit low, so it... no, because the fight ends on Yasuo's next turn. And Alawi will never go before Yasuo. I may as well just save her health then, right? Oh, this isn't Yasuo's next turn. He is just going way too fast. And they're both preparing their skills. Okay, when is each one going? I don't know which is which. Misfortune's casting Heartbreaker there, so you will stop. That's right. We're gonna do this. Actually, if any of these champions had the... Well, because... Okay. No, most of the champions they're using in this game are new enough that they wouldn't have had original forms. It's like Alawi, Yasuo, Braum, Pike. Ahri would have had... Like, Ahri had multiple iterations. Alright, oh wait, what did that say? New ability, Guns Blazing. That said Test of Spirit. I skipped past an ability. Grant 5 stacks of strong... Ooh! That could actually be pretty good. Braum gets Shield Slam, which sunders the target. That's actually useful. That's actually useful. And then... Alawi's full health from having leveled up, but Yasuo isn't. Where are my minors? Moderate health potion. Do I have no minor health potions? I want to use the low value ones out of combat. Damn. Okay. Oh, I played for that Alistar. The one where his passive and E were swapped? Or is that where the EQ, or EQ was like, sorry, the WQ was like really clunky? I'm gonna be a hero. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I played during that Alistar. I played that Alistar. What a funny guy. That was the worst heal in the game. That heal was so bad. He was such a terrible champion. Where's my... This is a cutscene. What's up, guys? We're ambushed on both sides. Say goodnight, Fortune. No, thank you. Corwin, we got her cornered. Let's shoot them. Oh, I have to press A. I didn't even think. Can this really be my lucky day? Alright, what's your deal? You'll have to excuse my former associates. Captain Fortune, I didn't expect to see you so deep in Jagged Hooks territory. No need to be alarmed, we're all friends here. I'll lower my weapons first. Okay, actually... Name's Corwin. Seems fate has finally brought us together. Did you just shoot your own men? I did. I wanted to be clear about my allegiances. I want to see peace for Bilgewater. The old girl deserves better than open war in the streets. The Jagged Hooks are nothing without Gangplank. I think it's time we embraced your leadership, Captain Fortune. I do want to go through all of these. Just like that. Alright, what could you offer me? I spent my whole life crewing on ships. I'm the best scout you could ask for. I'm more than capable deckhand. I can scrounge up some items wherever we land. I'm also a bit of a day-to-day operations guy. It was one of my tasks to keep this warehouse fully stocked with ammunition, and as you can tell, that certainly is the case. If you're really on my side, where am I? Brought him straight to a supervisor's office. It's heavily guarded, but I'm not a part of all of that. I haven't made a decision, though, and that's the problem. haven't made my decision. This guy is not trustworthy at all. Okay, this one doesn't make sense. He wouldn't kill his own men just to kill us, when he could have just shot us anyway. Do we trust this guy? Fuck it, let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen, right? Free potions? Sure. I think that actually had no consequences so far. Yet. We'll have to see. I want more potions. Might introduce us to like a crew mechanic. Oh, we have a fight. Get shot, idiot. I don't think everything is romantic. Okay, so what do I have access to now? This is Guns Blazing. 5 stacks of Strut. It's instant, and to remember, Strut is my evasion, right? Yeah. Increases haste by 5% per step. Oh yeah, that's right. It makes Misfortune actually just hit everything constantly, always. So I'm actually just gonna instantly use that. Oh, that's what it... Oh, that's weird. Okay, so there is a delay. Huh. Now let's just remember what's happening here. The Thrasher deals moderate damage over 3 hits. You do a lot, right? Attempts to flee and call reinforcements. I actually would definitely like you dead immediately. The Thrasher does a lot of damage, I remember. So let's just open with a Tentacle Smash, do the Scouts. Yeah, the Scouts really do no damage to Alawi. And then... Yep, Eye of the Wind is pretty quick. So the Thrasher's gonna get to go first, but I think it's worth it, just because I want everyone. Strut times 5, and let's just see. Okay, I want to tap you. Where does Misfortune go? It's so hard to keep track of everything. There she is, and yeah, she's there in the haste up zone.
Another one down.
Well, then it's actually probably just worth getting missed. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna keep generating overcharge for now.
I live to fight.
And then Misfortune just constantly goes, right? Tapped. Yasuo's got a decent amount of overcharge, but yeah, I don't want you calling reinforcements.
Knock him down.
I know Misfortune just does, like, friggin' ridiculous damage to everything, or just goes constantly. This doesn't tap. I want to tap you, just so it's easy to kill. Alawi should... It's actually worth just healing Misfortune. Oh, we lost our... Yeah, it's worth healing Misfortune. We unfortunately did lose our haste by getting hits. Not double up. Heartbreaker, that's it. And it's free. And Yasuo should... If that does like 400 damage... I mean, yeah, he's gonna stay alive. Yasuo's flow bar protects me from there. I do get the free healing from Misfortune. And it was necessary, and... Yeah, just whatever. Yasuo has a bajillion overcharge anyway. Alright, doesn't matter. Okay, this guy gets too many turns. I definitely did not handle this properly and should have just gone instant.
The test of the wound gives wisdom.
It costs
teeth and blood.
Sheesh. Okay, we got some green essence. I have to keep up with my crafting too. But ideally, I don't have to do any crafting in the middle of the dungeon. The janitorial robbery. Rafen, our investigation of the janitorial explosion is complete. No joy, I'm afraid. The Jagged Hooks didn't do this job. It was the owner himself, actually, and the explosions appear to have come from small powder kegs he'd rigged up to all the doors and windows. We dug up the notes on his previous report. He said an onion was stolen? Not sure why anyone took that seriously. Sounds like a botched attempt to case the shop, turned into insurance fraud. Whoever triggered the traps got away safely because Janitorio had no idea how to rig a short fuse. We've detained him for risking fire in the city center. Let me know if the captain wants to make an example of this clown. Forward. Oh, hold on, I have to check the map for lore. Guys, what if I missed lore? That would be no good. But I think I read all of it already, so... There's nothing more here. It would be worth my time to use a health potion. Everyone has high mana, we're okay. That's the last group potion I have there. I really don't want to use, like, the good ones, because I only have so many, but... I guess I'm just paranoid, or... Just keep everyone full. Keep everyone going, why not? And I should do fuck, I have to keep up with so much. Okay, Misfortune as a rune. What did I invest into? I have to remember this system now. Ugh. Increases evade chance. Okay, well, it doesn't matter what I have in something. I can increase my attack power by a flat percentage, crit chance, or begin battle with... Ooh. That's kind of high rolly. This is more consistent. I value consistency. I have Ilawi's heal power up, and Ilawi's physical and magical defense up. I could give her lifesteal, I could give her stamina, I could begin with a free tentacle, and I could... Yeah, I'm taking the heal power. Okay, Braum. Hi, Karibo! How are you doing? Good to see you. I don't know why my voice, like the tone of my voice went so high there, but... Doesn't matter. We're playing Ruined King. It's month 5, and we're in the Jagged Hooks warehouse. That's where I'm at. I mean, I'll experiment. I'll see what I like. I do kind of like the raw healing power for saving resources. But I guess it makes Alawi more useful early in fights instead of resorting to that. Braum also has a critical opening. He has a raw attack power buff. He has a power up. Damn it. Well, this is funny, so I'll put it in for now. And then Yasuo's entirely invested into the crit stuff for right now. I can give him more haste. I can give him more attack power. I mean, Yasuo doesn't really need more attack power at this stage of the game. I like that. Just small percentage. Okay, what else do I have to do? I got a new ring. And that would be, yeah. It's just a defender's ring, but it's actually pretty good for everybody. A ring for those who wish to shield their allies. So technically that would be really, really good for Braum. But with Alawi currently in my party. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's mix something up for just a moment. I think I should mix something up. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this. But we're at least going to try. Okay, how do I swap people out again? I've actually forgotten how to swap people in and out of my party. You have to be at a fire? That's depressing. Oh well. Okay, so I guess we're stuck with this group for now, which means if I'm making good decisions, then Ilawi should actually have the ring for right now. Oh wait, he didn't have a Guardian's ring. He had like a Ring of Resolve or a Serpent's Ring or anything that gave him more. And then Alawi should have the Defender's Ring short term. And now she's really big. Actually, should she? Because what do you have? You have... Okay, well, you're keeping that one. You have an Oracle's Ring, which is just... yeah, okay. Everyone's got something they actually like. What I want to do, guys, is my intention, because as I said at the beginning, I ended up rage quitting this game because fucking goddamn it, I wasn't paying attention. I ended up like rage quitting in our last session because I just had really bad expectations, but I need to drop those expectations of just always being able to make progress. Wait, what the hell did I just take damage from? Is that not real cover? What the fuck? Okay, Alawi's like stupid injured actually. And this is a multi-wave fight. So that's really bad. So this would synergize with someone's Sunder effect. I should have checked what the Saboteurs actually do. Destroys himself accidentally and... oh god. Speed lane attack. Did I use a speed lane or a power? Oh god. We gotta do something quick. I think I gamble on a Shredder. I think I gamble on a Shredder here. Yes! It dispelled everyone. Good. We crit.
Too easy.
4 health! Come on, man! Okay, so he's got a primed bomb again. Oh, that's how it works. They have to actually cast it to prime the bomb. So somebody's got to hit speed lane again, which means I have to spend Misfortune's mana again, which kind of blows. Unless I wanted to do Yasuo's, which actually might be in my best interest. Because Yasuo has some overcharge here, and he also has... which one is it? Sweeping Blade? When it says nearby, does that mean like adjacent? Okay, we're gonna do Gathering Storm, I think. Fuck! Alawi's tentacle just griefed me. Alright, doesn't matter anymore then. Okay, well, so this is stealth, right? I'm trying to remember. Untargetable by single targeted abilities, removed if damage is taken. So we've got to rely on Misfortune's Shredder again, most likely. Or we could gamble on Misdirection, which would be really funny. I need to push forward Alawi. Damn it! The reason I'm having Alawi go right now is because I really do want a Yasuo heal going. Although he did get hit by a tentacle, so Alawi trivializes stealth. You're going for Yasuo. He's trying to cast Headshot. Wait, hold on. The Venom Blade is casting Scorpion Sting, which deals moderate damage over 4 hits, and so Yasuo is probably going to die. Like, almost certainly. Which sucks a lot, because I kind of need him. And that's a blade, so Wind Wall wouldn't... Actually, I think it's worth using Wind Wall anyway.
Let me up so I can keep fighting.
Wait, why did everyone go for Alawi? Hold on.
Gonna need a drink.
What is this? Deals 210 damage to all enemies over 3 hits, an additional... But no, nobody's tapped. Is it worth using Bullet Time? I haven't used Bullet Time. I'm gonna use it. There was a crit in there. Yasuo was healed.
Fun.
Does this finish anyone off? No. Do I have the means to finish someone off? I do, but it would be pretty slow and everyone would get a chance to move. I think I would rather...
Swift like vengeance.
Awesome! That's so good. That's so good. Okay, so you're deciding to... Oh shit, that's the alarm thing, isn't it? Deals 100 Okay, I can finish you up. Wow, everyone's doing so much more damage than I expect. Is it reasonable to... Actually, if Alawi goes down, there's no consequences at this stage in the fight, so I think we just press A and finish it off. Nice.
I am a teacher. Build
Well, I'm definitely doing better now that I'm paying attention to the game, but it's coming at the cost of stories, which is a little unfortunate. Doesn't matter too much, but... Yeah, you can't hit me here, asshole. Wait, that's huge for me. That's huge. I'm going for it. Yes, I get to leave. Yes! Shortcut. Let's go. Let's save. Let's rest. Yeah, here it is. It's going to put some more people back in, because I know this respawns everybody, but it saves my resources, and that's important for me. Although, and so, okay, hold on. Choose party members. Let's give this a shot. I want to see what happens. Stubbed my toe, Alawi died instantly. That would be funny. I want to see how good Braum is with this. Okay, what is it? Doran's ring? And everything is worse, obviously. Bonus damage, stamina, bonus damage, stamina, stamina evade. Yeah, screw it. Let's put this on her. And so Braum is going to get the Defender's Ring. He's way more powerful now. Now, he's also noticeably less tanky than Alawi, who has, like... Does she have health from something? Silver Lace Tunic. Oh, yeah, let's just try. Let's try playing with Braum instead of Alawi and see what happens, because I might be overvaluing the heals a little bit. See ya. I really don't like that Misfortune took the damage, but it should be okay, I think. I'm fuming! I'm mad! I could have guessed it. Grand General, we've arrived in Bilgewater, and I can't speak or read, and I've lost my brain, and I feel like I am stupider, and I've gotten stupider over the last few months. It's frustrating. We've arrived in Bilgewater, and it was as I was warned. It reeks of gore and unwashed bodies, and the stench alone would overwhelm lesser folk. Loris and I observed Lady Elise and her followers' movements, but they have yet to depart for the Shadow Isles. Loris noted some of Elise's followers seemed on edge, so I took the opportunity to interview one. He seemed apprehensive, shaken by their journey ahead. Yet as soon as the lady returned, he was swept into a reverie like a calf before the slaughter. Their vessel departs in the morning, and I've hired a captain to trail them to the port. I hope this letter makes it safely into your hands, Grand General. The courier I hired seemed excited at the prospect of working for Noxian Coin. So they're stalking Elise and trying to figure out what her deal is? That's kind of funny. Chain of Neon Coral. Oh, really? Damn. We're gonna rest. We're of course gonna watch a conversation. Who's chatting?
What's your story, big guy? You don't seem to be from around here.
Well, yeah, this is like their first real interaction.
Braum hails from the Freljord, a distant land of mountains and snow.
Wow.
And you walk around with no shirt on?
Braum is iceborn. I do not feel the cold.
I've lived on this island my whole life. Never given much thought to what else was out there.
You must visit the Freljord. Meet our fierce warriors. Slay a few trolls.
Yeah, she can't go anywhere.
You must try our Druvask stew.
I'm hiding behind my
Druvask
mic.
stew? I'll bet it's as good as it sounds.
All this talk of the Freljord makes Braum long to return. But
I can't even imagine. Look, I'm barely able to fucking...
I'm sure you'll find what you're looking
I can't imagine doing,
And who
like, going on a
knows?
long,
Maybe
important
one
quest
day
like
I'll
that.
finally see the Freljord.
And warm your belly with Truvask stew, eh?
No promises.
Yeah, nothing too crazy there with that interaction. But I like it when the characters have heart-to-hearts. We didn't really get that with this, unfortunately, but... Okay, let's try playing with Brom. I don't know, ask the lore team. Maybe they'll come up with something. Alright, give me back my dude. Graham! That's enough, Sarah. Oh my god, it's him! It's him! It's generic enemy 47! No! This is almost over. What are we gonna do? I forgot he had a name. It's Jet. And there's my only bargaining chip. You'll kill me as soon as I do. How stupid do you have to be to believe that? Haven't I always been true to my word? Maybe words just don't work on people like you. There's just no way I see this ending peacefully. I'm gonna make Gangplank proud. So Jet has...
One blade, one purpose.
Ooh, okay. So Jet has stealth. We have a regular cannoneer. We have Jet, who is just a... Yeah, he's just a poison blade. And then we have you, and you're going to be a problem. Feint deals light damage, applies bodyguard. It decreases all damage taken until the bodyguard... Oh, to a random ally. Causing the target to taunt for the next 3. Oh, they can taunt me. Oh, it causes the target to taunt. Oh. That could be problem. So yeah, obviously the captain is the most important part here. So I just immediately need, I think, not Heartbreaker, but Shredder. I think Shredder is my best bet. We don't have a Lowy, so stealth matters.
Powder's dry.
Okay. Stealth is active now. I'm going to hit everybody. I think the Cannoneer is the most important thing to deal with. So, what's coming towards Yasuo? We have a Focus Fire coming to Misfortune. That's bad. And we have a Firestorm coming to everyone. A Scorpion Sting coming to Yasuo. These graphics are never right. So what's the best play for me here? And just as a reminder, Sunder is like the increased. Do I go offensive Braum here? Doesn't feel right. Stand behind me. I mean, everyone else is being targeted first. I don't know. I really have to take out the Cannoneer. I do not like the idea of Misfortune getting taunted by her. Okay. So now what can I do to benefit me? Misfortune is taunted, but nobody's actually doing anything yet. So I think I just need to tap the Cannoneer. And then Yasuo has plenty of overcharge. But I would like to generate more, and I'd like to get a Steel Tempest going. So. It's gonna suck. Everyone's ignited. Okay. Now, because Misfortune is taunted, it's... Actually, they only have actual moves, right? Concussive Blow is going to be important later. Does Braum act instantly? No, I can see where he's going. Brom's effects are going to become useful later, but Sunders increases physical damage for 3 turns. So yeah, but it's not time for Brom to shield slam yet. Although I could preemptively Sunder Jet, actually.
Now you piss me off.
So you're tapped, and I would like to use Heartbreaker, which is going to kill. Although everybody is about to actually just attack Misfortune, and that's really, really bad for me. So when does Brom go? I think I have to prioritize surviving. That's big. That did no damage. Although she's now poisoned. So Misfortune has a lot of debuffs on her. I should have enough now to just Raging Wind. Which if I go Speed Lane, does this pay off? Do I want to use Brom's ult or Yasuo's? I think it's actually working.
Running out of steam.
So you're sundered. Misfortune is really, really hurting now. Although I think... Brom's next turn is... Yeah, I need to tap you. I need to kill you before your damage goes up. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I had that. Shit, I'm kind of stupid, aren't I? Damn it! Damn it! That's not what I expected to happen at all. Fuck. Okay.
Easy kill.
So there's no poison on Misfortune. There's only 1 ignite stack on everyone else. So with that in mind, if Jet is sundered and I have to deal with him first... Raging Wind is still ready to go. Hi, Jack. How are you doing? How much damage do you do? 403. Might actually be worth it. Yeah, no, I think it is. I think we just take this guy out immediately because we have to... I mean, I can't have Brom taunting right away. That did 671 damage. Okay. So she's immune to stun, so there's no point in using Concussive Blow. I would really like to sunder the sniper. And then Yasuo needs to just... Yasuo has attack power up, don't forget. I think I go speed lane again to take advantage of that, like, additional attack power. Because Yasuo's my carry and he needs to be a fucking goddamn Yasuo's now. That's a lot of crits, that's a lot of damage. So the Sunder paid off big. And I think it's now time for Brom to taunt. He goes again. I don't think I need to defend right now, actually. Although I have Poro snacks. And I don't know if the taunt is going to work. So maybe it's actually... Maybe I should just do this.
Let's get down to business.
She's attacking Brom. Good. I love pancakes for dinner. I love just throwing as much fruit as possible into my pancakes and then burning the first one every time. Runs Tempest. And then Yasuo has his ult, so this fight is trivial. Perfect. Game is going much better now that I'm expecting just random difficulty spikes. And I'm not... Like, So, yeah, it's... I'm not going to repeat myself too much, but... I did rage quit out of the last session because I came in with this mentality that I would like to not focus on the game. And unfortunately for my personality type, that's hard. It's hard to not focus and then have a bad outcome because of it. Right, but as far as I could tell, Yasuo also had taunt active. So it was hard for me to know. You enjoy the bloodshed too much. Bilgewater don't know the anger you got. Graham, are you alright? Can you make it out? Yeah. Let me help you with those ropes. Better? See you on the ship. What a delusional fool. He had ambition, but no strength to see it through. But what he said about anger, I don't take counsel from fools. I see what's in front of me and call it how it is. I'm just brutally honest like that. I tell the truth, no matter how much it hurts. Looks like we tracked down everyone. Let's head back to the docks. Our ship's waiting. So yeah, there were the 2 quests. We have our entire crew. Yo, I've said this before. I have OCPD. It makes it really hard for me to get past like tiny details. So like whatever direct problem is in the moment, it is so easy for me to just bang my head into it. When a lot of games would like let's be very clear. In a lot of games, the correct play is to, when you come to a really hard problem, to leave, try to come up with a new strategy, come back. I will never try to leave. And that just, you know, frankly, I think that's part of why I didn't enjoy Morrowind too much. It's like, I want to explore things for my own, but I don't want to have to leave and come back to everything and be unable to do anything, because like I want to make progress on every stream, right? I want to go through the game more, and like progress is just moving forwards, and then get anxious if I wasn't done the game fast enough. It's like, ugh. So I made like single player games into stress, right? Yeah, I think Civ is a bit different because it is at its core a competitive game. But it's like, I've been thinking lately, like, I'm actually curious to see if I went back to Morrowind now and actually used a guide and stuff, and, like, used online resources. Would I enjoy the game more? No, you never carved up a loogie fish before. It's dangerous, but I'm still alive for sure. Here's how to do it. Clean outside the fish, put the blue goo back in the ocean, take out the sharpest knife the foreman will give you, and cut the brain case open with one big chop. Brain now tries to get out, fight and wrestle it. Brain is actually second animal you don't need. You can kill it anytime, not safe for eating. Loogie fish starts to get very hot. Dump everything in a vat of seawater. Do not breathe steam. There's a missing step. Collect organs. Do not breathe steam now either. If anyone breathes steam, you gotta kill them. Remove second animal 2. Repeat whole process. Do not breathe steam, or you will also get the second animal. Love USD, please don't breathe the steam. What the fuck is this fish? Well, like, when I released my review on Morrowind, right, like, I don't think I said anything unfair about the game. I think the game does fucking suck to go through on your first playthrough. And it's not designed well as an excellent video game, but it's a great tabletop game. I'm curious to see if just, like, what the impact of using external resources is. Scraps of thick hide, a lot of stuff, pyrofluid, cool stuff. Yeah, you guys want to breathe the steam? I feel like breathing some steam today. That's genuinely terrifying, to be honest. No, the steam isn't weed. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell these days, like, after reflection, what is, like, my problem with games and what is a problem with the game. If that sentence is terrible. It's hard for me to tell whether it's an issue with myself or whether it's an issue with the game nowadays, is what I'm getting at. Like it's hard to know if the way I play games is just too stubborn. And what I want in the moment is never consistent. Like, sometimes I just want to relax, but then I never want to turn my brain off, but I do want to turn my brain off. And that's frustrating. So, I don't know. Because I also play games where I go through and my first try is... I'm just supposed to get through it as much as possible on my first try. It gets me into trouble. The Morrowind save system doesn't help either, but... Guys, I'm curious. Have I had anything resembling a coherent thought over the last 50 minutes? Because, like, I'm really struggling to communicate with people these days. I don't know what's up. I'm stuttering over my words. I can't think through my sentences quickly. I wonder if it's actually long COVID brain fog. Because come to think of it, I have felt kind of terrible since I had COVID in January. But... Oh, Bethesda games are 100% rough around the edges, but I really did like Oblivion, Morrowind, like, completely vanilla. Like, I had no problem... Or, sorry, Oblivion and Skyrim, completely... What the... I was completely fine with those games unmodded. Those were fine vanilla. But... I guess not all of them were good. I'm also kind of a weirdo where I just... Most people don't care too much about vanilla, Oblivion, and Skyrim, right? Things are going well. How was your exam? Vitamin B. I've been taking vitamin D supplements. Oh, do I have the fish oil stuff? Or, like, the vitamin B12, whatever it is? Wait, the ship at the harbor. Why am I here? Hold on. That's good to hear. I remember with my exam, at least I passed. You know, some of this might also just be streaming rust. Like, how long has it been since I actually was in the swing of streaming properly? When I was doing my League analysis streams, I had, like, a set goal, and it doesn't really matter. Like, it's... My mind's not bouncing from place to place to place, and if it does, like, I just sit and think, and that's just what's going on. I guess I'm just really inexperienced with streaming single player again. What kind of class are you in? That's fair. I just had my one playthrough, and that's all I've gotten. Does anybody know why my Switch might be running slowly? Like, I know Ruined King has bad loading times, but I'm just having a really bad time in, like, the menus of Pokemon Unite, and it feels like a Switch problem at this point. Does anyone know why my load times for everything are just longer than they should be? Ha ha. Yeah, very funny. Might be wearing out. I hope not. That would suck. The 3DS still works just fine. Explain how right and left brains integrate. Oh, so it's just a funny callback to something you guys did in lecture. That's nice. I don't remember when I got it. Oh my... Okay, so... It's at least 4. I think 4. Did I get it in 2018 or 19? When did Smash Ultimate come out? Does anybody... Oh! No. I streamed Mario Odyssey in 2018. I remember that. So yes, I've had it since at least 2018. Behind me is the Bilgewater Gondola. Okay, where am I going and what am I doing? Okay, is it worth... I have something here. We have a Yasuo rune. Perfect. Well, I mean, like, it's not hard to remember the Cha-Cha Slide. That song is iconic. I think journals. Oh no, not that. Quest log. Here we go. So I have main story. The Isles await. Time to return to the harbor. Head to the Shadow Isles. Cool. I also have 3 active bounties. Do you guys want to do a bounty? There's something over here. Oh, I didn't know that would take me all the way back. Someone's stolen me houseboat. Where is this? That's actually close. And what level are you? Let's do House Crasher Corvin. Why not? So that should be down here, and there's some lore around here? Oh! Actually, I want the tutorial back, yeah. Unlocking new side quests in your quest log. New rumors will appear as the story progresses. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, Song of Nunu looks lovely. That looks like a good time. It'll probably be a while until we hear about it more, though. Owen's lost his brother under suspicious circumstances. I kind of do want to explore some side quests. Let's come back. Let's come back. We're all rested up. Wait a minute. The crew has been assembled and is awaiting you. Please go. Wait, this is my ship. Oh no, it's just a new area. It's the docks, like we've just unlocked. I see. And this doesn't go just to my boat. This goes to more places. No. Wait, what? Guys, this obviously... Oh, my... Wait, why is Corvin leading me here? Yeah, there's a 3D platformer about Newton Willem coming out. I'm confused, guys. Where is Corvin? I found him. Never mind. My mistake. Why do I have my headphones on? What am I wearing these for? I just clued into that. Like, why did I put those on? And when did I put those on? Tread MF's manor. Yeah, okay. I definitely need... You're talking to the right guy for that. Well, this place definitely looks kind of gross and icky. Oh, is there anything I should be aware of in terms of... Okay, that's Rumor Mill. There's a chest over there. There's a chest over there. There's a chest over there. Okay, yeah, there's... I'm going to be led to all these places eventually, I think. They heaved me near overboard, threw my bottle into the sea, worst of all. I sit here to recover my bearings. Do not muddle self-preservation with cowardice. They are distinct. Is this the houseboat? What's your deal? Corvin ain't taking visitors. Scram, the doorman says. He has wild, glaring eyes. I had enough of you. I'm claiming a bounty. Oh, this guy is nothing. Oh, this guy is nothing. No, I'd imagine it's I think it's PC, Xbox One. The trailer is out somewhere. You'll find it on YouTube pretty easily. That guy was worth 9 XP. Oh, this is not worth my time, is it? I feel like I should have done this way earlier. Let's just do all of the active bounties I have before going to the Shadow Isles. I hope so. I think I might get lore, I might get collectibles. I might get health potions and thick hide and crafting materials and gold. Yeah. So it's to be you then, is it? Looks like it. Just a warning, if I go down, I'm taking everyone and everything down along with me. If Friend or foe, it don't matter. Thing is, I don't go down easy. It ain't past my time yet. Oh, that sucks. See, this has to be just my Switch. I don't want to buy a new Switch, guys.
Could we not just be friends?
Okay. Corvin is immune to stuns. As a hazard to the balance lane. And he also just has Cannon Blast, because he's a Cannoneer. You have a lot of damage. You have the chance to just randomly crit somebody, and that pisses me off. I should have double tapped somebody. Oh well. And then Braum is giga tanky, so I'm just gonna do this. This hits everybody.
Told you this was gonna be quick.
Oh no, that's Reckless Barrage. That's not... Okay. So this doesn't count as... That's not... I don't know. Actually, if I have like... Oh, if I just do a little bit of damage to you... Shit. He got killed by his own lane effect. Okay. Still useful. Everyone's tapped now. Yasuo doesn't have... Oh, he does have this now. I guess it's worth going power lane for this. Wrong defense again. He has one more turn of taunt. Nintendo breaks old Switches so people buy the OLED version. God, yeah, I don't trust Nintendo at all anymore. That could actually be true. Probably isn't, but you never know. Plant and obsolescence is just a thing these days, and that's annoying.
Does that hurt?
Honestly, not really.
Waste of ammo.
1,000 damage crit. What? Excuse me? What was that? I think Braum's actually allowed to sunder this guy. The sunder is what matters, so I just put him in speed lane.
Knock him down.
Misfortune's going kind of crazy. This consumes tapped. Ah, screw it. We're using this result. The 1,000 damage crit? Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Looking good.
Okay, that's actually satisfying as hell for Braum to finish it off. ADCs. ADCs are good. Misfortune's one of the best in the game, even. Like... Dude, I go ballistic every time AD carry players have an opinion on something. They're not allowed. AD carry players? Human rights? Pfft, those don't go together. You can't have both. So I'd imagine I won't be able to be... Oh, bounties are locked by story progression. Yeah, I'd imagine like something's just not accessible right now. Return to the bounty board. What else do I have? Giffen the Hextech Thief. I feel like this one could be decent for me. So I wouldn't mind doing that one while we're here. Gonna have to remember how to get here, though. Oops, not that one. There's gotta be better controls than this. I don't know why it fully backs out. Oh, because this is just... Oh, I see why now. So, accessible via the slaughter docks. I'm currently in the docks harbor. The slaughter docks are accessible from Docks Blockade. True! Only top lane tanks, only enchanter supports. Those are the only things that are allowed to exist. Damage reduction based on creatures. I mean, like, I like Zeri. I like that she... But I want Zeri to be balanced to do less damage and still be durable. I think Zeri as a bruiser AD carry makes sense. And doesn't fundamentally break the game. You just have to do less damage to compensate. I'm actually going to rest for a moment. All assassins removed from the game. No. It's just if you pick an assassin, you have, like, 2 AD and you can't gain more. Also, if your support goes, like, 2 feet away from bot lane, they start taking damage over time, so they have to come back. Mandatory. True, I think they should, too. Yeah, because then they can't die by mispositioning. And, like, that they're just not strong enough if they can die by mispositioning. I think that's a good call. Oh wait, this goes to the... This goes to Grey Harbor. This doesn't go to the Slaughter Docks. Yeah, you see my Switch's load times? This is messed up. Wait, I do have a shop here, don't I? Is there anything useful to me here? I mean, technically Braum gets value out of this. He loses attack power. He gains some good physical defense. No, it's not worth it on anyone here. Oh, but I do want some... I mean, like a bunch of those, actually. I want them for out of combat. Ooh! Wait a minute, this is cool. Wait, this is cool. Piltover Pilsner. Yeah, I want that. I love that build. The Crit Pivot Collector. Yeah, I advocated for that one in my collector video. That build is awesome. Why not duct tape a window ult on their auto attacks? Oh, so when they hit somebody, they full heal. Yes! That's a good idea. We should have that. Also, whenever they kill somebody, they get their damage. Forever. But we have to make sure the tanks can still do damage in that case. But not to the AD carry, who has too much armor and armor for that. Yeah, this is good balance. We should be in charge of the game, guys. That's a really good call. Come on, load times. Come on. Come on. Okay, so does anybody remember how I get to the Slaughter Docks? Through the Warrens, okay. Or through the Slums Market. That's it. Gotcha. Oh no, I'm specifically going to the Warrens. So to do so, I have to go... Let's go to the gondola and figure things out. Fleet Street, Slums Market. Ah, okay, thank you. I guess I can't actually use the gondola there. That sucks. Because that doesn't go to where I need it to be. Or does it? I should check. Alright, I picked up a bounty. I get a Leviathan. Oh, you just get good gear from it. I'm gonna get a Warrior's Orb, which is a trinket, I assume. That's level... Okay, so I can't do that one yet. Okay, I see how this works. I remember now. I'm just gonna check the gondola to see if there's something good for me. It's so hard to remember where I've been, guys. Okay, I do not think there's anything for me here. I don't... Well, apparently, like, this is where I want to be, so... That's good. That's... I didn't mean to click on it, but we're here. This is correct. Happy little accident. Yeah, I'm actually down to take suggestions on where to go, because I don't want to rush to the Shadow Isles, because what I'm concerned about is I'm going to get to the Shadow Isles, and it's going to be, like, a really weird difficulty spike that I could have prepared for. And I don't want that to happen, so... We're going to do some Bilgewater stuff. That's one of the few things I have seen about this game from its release, that scene. But don't forget, guys, watch out. Don't tell me about things I don't know. You are very lucky I know what you're talking about. Say in motion. What's that even supposed to mean? Let's see. Come on, map. There we go. Oh, the slaughter docks are just right there. Yeah, that's right. And Slums Market are... Yeah, that's right. So this is a potion shop? Yeah, it is. And I can get some really good ones here. I don't think the lustrous potions matter yet. I'll buy one of those. I need to be careful not to spend all of my gold on consumables. A place nearby on the path to MF's manor, on the way from Slums Market. That's the place. Okay, we'll go there after this bounty. Yeah, he was hiding. Well, the slaughter docks are worse. This place is going to be grungier. So just get ready for that. Gangplank could find weakness in Noxian, impiety in Arakor, and immodesty in a Piltovery. He had old Tom's tongue. Yeah, thanks. I really want to hear about him. This is a cool shot, though. Like that sea monster there. What's this? Didn't expect to see you again. Must not have run into the Ripper, huh? Because I had to take me money back from the casket maker.
Where I am from, there is a great bear of storms. We pray to him for fair weather.
What does a bear have to do with storms? The mother serpent controls the waves.
Grom will have to ask him. He is nice, once you've calmed him down.
Nice, huh? I can't get through there. And yeah. Oh, there is some stuff down here, though, that I haven't been to. How could our harpoons miss a creature so large? You bunch look mean, but Gangplank was a bastard's bastard. Oh yeah, this is where Alawi started, right? This is... Didn't she show up here at like the beginning of the game, or no? Maybe not. No, not at all. Diary. I finally made it to Bilgewater. I can cry with joy. The heavy stink of death on the tide confirms my dearest dream. The Shadow Isles lie just over the horizon. What? I've longed to set my brush to paint the rarest scenery in the... Guys, this guy wants to paint the Shadow Isles. Yeah, we should get, like, the boar eventually, right? I hope so. Alright, I've traveled sheer across Valorant and crossed the darkest oceans to be here. My talent will be tested on that melancholy rebel. This is a bad idea, sir. Just a happy little spirit. From never trust. Well, fortune's a woman you can trust, but holds no profit. I spit on Gangplank's memory. The tribe should never has... the tribe should never has dealt with that brute, I guess. That was supposed to be said by Alawi. How long ago should I have been here? There's nothing here. There's nothing meaningful. I know hunting is dangerous, but I thought that was just at sea. Crane snapped and nearly crushed me. Just hack. You can buy whatever you want. I would like to buy 7 narcotics, please. Yeah, so this is the very beginning where Alawi, like, came down the ramp and looked for Pike. She's like, there's a monster. We gotta test him and rip him apart. And then it's like, oh god, he lived. What? Why? Should regularly go back to your runes. I don't wanna. I wanna do one thing and never change it. Meh. Okay, back in the Warrens. We're going to have fights here. It's unavoidable. Is it unavoidable? Is it really unavoidable? I think it's avoidable, but I'm gonna end up in a really big fight if I'm not careful. That's right, it's a melee slam. Multi-wave battle! Wait, these guys suck, never mind. I think I can just chat. We don't have to pay much attention. Yeah, I forgot how much, like, single levels matter in this game. Seduce them with charms. Yeah, okay.
Another one down.
I had to actually make decisions, guys. That's not okay. That's not what I want.
Bad luck, friend.
Bad luck. And then immediate second fight. Oh, there is something up there that I should check out. Technically, this is XP. I don't even know who's the worst guy. I don't remember. I think the squatter. I'll just hit them. This is actually worth okay XP, right? And if I level up, then I don't have to worry about the damage. This could actually work in my favor.
Even bolder.
Just another obstacle.
We're getting gold, we're getting XP, we're not leveling, but there's something up here that I want to check out. It's this thing. What is it? It's not interactable, but something's on my map. Okay. Guess we'll find out later. Oh, are you guys excited for the Runeterra patch? Bunch of champions getting buffed. I'm just getting back into the game after an extended break of being tilted by card games. My Runeterra team is performing really... They're doing their best in the Aegis Runeterra stuff. But they're going against like really high level players. That's gotta be him. He's just a little rat.
Yes?
Wait, hold on. He or she? Upon reaching 9 stacks of... Oh, wait, that's just concussion. Immune to stuns. Increases haste. Attacking Yasuo. Backfire or very heavy damage. Oh, Jesus, but she doesn't have allies. I want Braum to take the damage. Yeah, Braum needs to take the damage. I feel like I might regret that a little bit. Got one! Giffen. She's still... I mean, I want to sunder her. They're considering... Okay, yeah, they are adjusting the rules somehow. Like, someone's doing a... They're doing a rules update. I didn't hear about that rumor. I don't remember that one. Well, I haven't been keeping up with that. Lore Twitter is so funny, though. Have you guys seen the Chip hostage situation? It's so good. Yeah, I've got a friend who plays Boros. Technically almost nothing but Poros, or at least that was the case for a bit. Raging Wind should be okay. Woo! 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 1200 damage crit.
Reminds me of a story.
Yeah, Misfortune does a lot when she's critting, guys. Ultimate meter extended. Allowing more... Ooh! Last breath. Okay. And Misfortune gets a new ult. She gets Rally. Increases crit chance of all allies by 80%. Cool. The clown needs to be taken out to match. It's such a good bit. I love it. Such a good bit. I'm really bad at Runeterra, guys. Like, I can reason through plays, I can come up with creative lines, but I just don't know all the cards. I'm sure if I actually sat down and got good and then got over my, like, crippling emotional debts to card games, fuck, why did I sleep? Why did I rest and just respawn everyone? I'm sure I could eventually be, like, a platinum player.
I will do my best.
Yeah, that's the tournament that I have, like, Steven, Cam, and Darian entered into. Oh, not Steven, it's Sai now.
You were strong, but had no
They keep losing. And they have it in them. I know that is 6 XP. It's funny, like they had to face, who was it? They had to face like a real powerhouse team, I think. Who was in that squad? I know Henneke was in that team. I found out recently that I had math class with Henneke, which is kind of funny. I had no idea. I was like, why do I have Discord DMs with a known, like, high elo lore player? Oh, they're asking me, like, where I am for our group meeting because I overslept. Cool.
Sorry.
The one thing, look, there's one thing they did to lore that just made me happy. It was the Kindred buff. When Kindred got buffed, that was just perfect for me. Because I was a Kindred player when Kindred was bad. Like, now they gave me Kindred Viego, like, yes, please. Okay, so how does this new ultimate... So this takes 2 ultimate charges. So these are supposed to be stronger ults.
No mercy. Who's next?
Well, that was nice.
Looking
Crit.
good.
Yeah, I love Kindred being played. So I like Darkness, and I like Kindred. And I'm thinking, like, did I have a thought? Oh, yeah. If I was going to make a new lineup for RA and stuff, I guess it's Aegis now, but if I was going to make a new lineup and I was actually playing, I would definitely want to run my Kindred deck, I would want to run Darkness, and then I would probably try to supplement it with some of Felios lists, so it could be, like, at least triple, like, stylistically similar decks.
Knock him down.
I like Aphelios, guys. I like Aphelios a lot. I like I like the cards that give me creative options, and I like the decks that give me a way to play something out, regardless of what my hand is. Alawi now has Leap of Faith. That sounds pretty sick. It's not high damage, but... Glacial Fissure... Oh, yeah, that's not what it does. Stuns everyone and slows them. Cool. Permabanning Mono Shurima. Yeah, Mono Shurima is... because I play the game infrequently enough, I have not had the misfortune of facing it. Guys, I'm Iron 3 in lore. Not because I'm actually terrible at the game, but because I don't play the game, and I should. My last ranked session had an ephemeral list in it. Like, somebody played Zed Hecarim against me. Well, some would argue that's a good decision, so... Good on you. Kriebel, we're gonna go to your place that you were describing. The place up to the Fortune Estate. Well, Sundisk itself is getting a nerf. I'm glad Zareth is, like, really playable. Fair. Yeah, I've never been above, like, Iron 3. I think I've played, like, 4 games in 2 different ranked seasons, but, like, I just... You guys have heard me speak enough to know that I don't have a very good relationship with ranked games. Just shout at me if I go too far, by the way. This game is so beautiful. I love the aesthetics. Go to Baron's Rest. Is that this place? Never just the devil with 2 coats. Ooh. Wait, that's an obscure reference. Is an honest person in Bilgewater? I've yet to meet him. Of course, that includes me, so... Yeah, this is Baron's Rest. Okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. There is a place here. I would like to help the lore team, but I'm going to get too obsessed with it. I'm already so deep into the league coaching sauce. Oh, really? Should I do these? Is Jin? No, Jin isn't out yet. Fuck Brazil. You are going to Jin. Old fella around these parts, wild lack likes to tell stories. Lars. There's whispers he got done in by the Blood Harbor Ripper. Aw, it's sad. Oh, my house is made of sticks, and my boots is made of stone. My ships are made of grit, and my spears are made of bone. I ain't wrote a 3rd verse, so you should just leave me alone. Woman sits... hi there. Tell me about yourself. Just a passerby. My brother used to frequent this place. Thought I'd see what all the fuss was about it. Nice atmosphere. What's the matter? Past the door behind me, at the end of the hall, is a man guarding a door, and I'm curious to know what's behind the door, if there's a symbol on it. I know it sounds silly. Why can't you like yourself? I tried. He shoved me away. I can do that. Let's go find out. Let's see what the symbol is. Why is the door to the bathroom sealed tight? Where does this go? I'm pretty sure this isn't the right one. Oh, there's lore in here. No shows today. Check back later. Something awful happened to the last singer here. Don't even want to think about it. The stage here. Can't say it's much, but at least it's something. Let's see. Young man gets excited when he sees your approach. What's this? This isn't a hardy gang of adventurers. Seeking fortune, trying to make a name. The stories you could tell could probably fuel a bard for a lifetime. Name's Tybalt. Tybalt Orkney. Pleasure. You're a bard? Yeah, a bard. Unproven. I came to learn. Gotta be a lot of travelers, but they're not very helpful. Where are you from? Went to a tavern, saw a performer, and talked with him after. I thought I found a mentor, but instead all I found was a drunk. Took what money I had and even my instrument when I was indisposed. Well, that sucks. Why don't you track him? I've tried. I'm not the first one he's hoodwinked. He does it when he's about to ship out to sea. Alright, what do you say? There's a performance lined up here. You need to have something ready. There's no instrument. So I need to find an instrument. Some source material. We're all con artists of some sort. Alright, a good story to serve as the base. So we need something there. You're gonna hang out here all day? Yeah, alright. So we have a side quest to just pick up some stuff. Hi, Sonic. How are you doing? You're no sorrow. He's annoying. I like that. News from abroad. Noxian deserter found. Hear ye, hear ye. The latest news from across Valorant and Shurima. Brought to you through bloody battlefronts, wild flames, and rushing seas by the Bilgewater News Gang. Noxus, murdering traitor repatriated to homeland for judgment. It's taken years, but Grand General Swain has finally done it. The notorious traitor and deserter Riven was discovered in her Ionian hiding place and returned in chains to the Empire. Insiders in Noxus tell us that Riven bore a rare and valuable runic blade. With this relic in hand, she abandoned her post during the Noxian invasion and went on the run, living in Ionian's underbelly as a criminal and murderer until Noxian law enforcement came calling. Before they dragged her back to the fighting pits of Noxus, Riven reportedly slaughtered all but one of the warriors sent to capture her, once more bathing Ionian soil with the red blood of her fellow countrymen. Insiders tell us that these captors were loyal soldiers from the unit she abandoned during the war. What a tragic, heroic end to that noble warband's fighting sisterhood. This is but a taste of the Bilgewater News Gang's exciting report on the murdering exile Riven, and the squad of battle-hardened Noxian patriots who pursued her. I see. They found her. She then dashed away under the safety of her turrets, and then had the cooldowns for 6 more, so she got away. Alright, what's back here? Move along, stranger. Yeah, what's behind the door? None of your damn business is what? Why don't you turn around and forget you ever came here? See a crude picture of an octopus holding a sword behind its head. You got a couple of seconds to leave before I cave your head in. Might even an octopus holding a sword? Kabam! Ba-bam! Looks like an octopus with a sword. It is. Did it look like this? It's a smaller version of the exact same symbol. Yeah, that solves that. What's the picture mean? I don't know. I've asked about it and eventually it just led me here. If it matches that door, I don't even really want to know what that means. Where'd you get the coin? Belongs to my brother. We found him face down in the water near here. At least we found him before the currents did. I searched this place and I found it. I can't remember seeing it with him before. It wasn't the symbol of any captain I've seen. So what now? There's nothing for me out here now. He was the only kin I had. I'm out. Maybe I can hitch a ride to Zon. Can't stand to look at this anymore. So what is it, like a trinket? An arena coin. Anything good? Oh, it's all meals and yeah, okay, it's all meals. Increases XP. That could be useful later. I'm going to buy this now. Just in case it ends up being good eventually. Rest 44 gold. Let's check. Oh, it's just this. Yeah, no. I don't need this. Let me in! There's something here. Where's the damn Elkir sauce? Out of my way. Why am I so grouchy? Because I'm surrounded by idiots with zero understanding of my craft. Now get out of here before I put you in a pot. Yeah, he's an asshole. Genius at work here! I'm taking your stuff. I got a fishing rod! We can play the fishing minigame! Let's go! There are a lot of people here. This dish you brought me. It's mariner stew like you ordered. Like I ordered, huh? This has shellfish in it! I said no shellfish! How can it be so rude? The man is shabbily dressed sits alone. I come here regular, but there's some comings and goings that remain a mystery to even me. The kind that would fetch some coins in the markets. Alright, give me that. It's too late. Oh no, what a grave mistake I've made. The door behind is pretty strange. Never seen any tavern staff coming through it. Just some individuals looking for no good. Paid 10 coins for that nonsense? 2 daggers crossed. Oh wow. That guy that complained about the shellfish? Don't act conspicuous. You'll reveal us both. My days of loitering will come to an end. Oh yeah, that's him. I'll let you get back to your observing. Alright, what's up, buddy? There's a lot of people here. That guy by the wall keeps staring at me. Very inconspicuous. Oh, what's this? Another shop? Several bottles of varying sizes. It's a Seafer seltzer. What's in it? It's a drink that tastes like fish. Why would you... I want a sample. No other flavor. This drink fucking sucks. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Yeah, I'm sure she is. What's up, bud? Don't sneak up on people like that, you little eel. Why don't you like shellfish? I can go into great detail. Yes. Starts with a rumble. Yeah, what's up? Do you see food? Do you see a juicy fresh fish here? Is there a gulper fish on my plate? I don't know, maybe the hunger's blinded me, but I don't see any fish on my table. What are you staring at? I want to know. You got a bloody stump, huh? Did I buy that key off you? 1,000,000 coins. Yeah, I can't afford that. I want the key. Oh, I gotta know what's in here. I'm curious now. I'm curious. You gotta know. The yellow insides of red urchins. Oh. That does not sound like it's for me. There's a lot of stuff here. Wait. This tavern's so big. This is an entire area. This is an entire sub-region that I didn't know about. And it's all side quests?
I done fell over. Please don't let them see me like this. Are you the cleaning people? Do we have cleaning people here? No.
You've tried. Of course you've tried. I entered this room because I think the guy next door is cute. I'm hoping to accidentally run into him in the hallway. Yoink! Some good stuff here. Okay. We're finding some stuff. These are just all the rooms. This is the actual inn part. Oh, I just stumbled into something I shouldn't be in, didn't I? Valerie is mine. She's told me how you've mistreated her. Me? She's told me how you mistreated her. Boys, no, don't fight over me. A fight, eh? Sounds like a fine idea. Let's settle this. My love made me stronger. Come, Valerie, let us away. What have you got in your pockets? Only 20 coins. What a peasant. Gold digger. No, sorry, I'm not going with you. But I just killed a man for you. I don't like to date violent men. Valerie, you made a fool out of me. I don't want to get blood on my hands searching you all over. So if I tell you now with my last breath, but You were always my favorite. Left front pocket. Simp! Whoop. It's the VIP room. I'm Misfortune! Yes, I'm supposed to be here. Serpent Isles Fruit Bowl. Ooh. That looks like a meal. Can't interact with anyone else. You look like you couldn't afford it. If you'd worked a little. Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. I wonder if that'll actually lead to something. No! No! Okay, I can't open that yet. Alright, we're gonna figure out this key. I'm invested now. I want to know what's going on with it. And I assume it has something to do with the food. And if I just get him eating, I can distract him. That's my guess. If one more bloke bothers me in my kitchen, I swear to the lady, I'm never running food to that table again. I'd rather face the chef than that walking barnacle. He's worse than a rabid wharf rat. Alright, what's up? Too damn talented yeah, okay. Unrefined palates. At first glance, nothing seems suspicious, but if you look closer around the kitchen, something doesn't add up. He keeps muttering about elk here, but you notice a jar labeled wharf rat sauce with the wharf rat part scratched off and elk here written across it. You're not trying to pass wharf rat meat off as elk here, are you? Am I? What? Of course not. Are you out of your mind? Yeah, there's a lot of things. You have no idea what you're talking about. Different kitchens have different labeling standards. Yeah! And second, there's very little difference between elk here and wharf rat. One has wool, the other's hair. There, that's it. Besides, those scallywags out there couldn't even tell the difference. Right, one more thing to add to my list of problems. A nosy, whiny imbecile. Leave it then, yeah? Get right out of here. So the kitchen itself doesn't help. I wonder if we should let the harrowing happen so Valerie can be haunted. Smartly dressed looks out of place. I'm watching you. Who are you? I'm Renee. Where are you from? Demacia. I did not think to dress for my surroundings when I left for my trip. I hope that's not too off-putting. What are you looking for? An equitable and mutually beneficial resolution to a problem of mine. These surroundings are no place to discuss. I need to know more before I agree to anything. Okay, where do we go? Wait, where's she going? I forgot to read. I'm blind. I'm just skipping through dialogue. That's not like me. We've got a Demacia in here. Gangplank was a special type of monster. No quarter given. No lash spared. Could have sworn I saw a jawfish the other day. I hope not. I don't want to be struck by every lurker on the board. Watch it go up, up, up. Knew I'd never see it again. The first time that I felt I could lose something and the world wouldn't give it back to me. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's so sad. You lost her. Okay, I've got to go up here. Oh, here she is now. Thank you for meeting here. Let's not dawdle. Duty's calling to both of us. What did you want to see me about? I help manage a business in Demacia, and it appears a supply container of ours has gone missing. After some investigation, we have an idea about who the culprit might be, as well as the method of their burglary. That's just the thing, the method. The plunderer uses portals to the spirit realm to enter and exit areas as his whim. Being a citizen of Demacia, such magics are strictly forbidden. We even know where he's storing our missing goods, but can do nothing, even though we have a device that would allow us to recover it. Why can't Demacians use magic? Because of the Rune Wars. Are you not a student of history? Such destruction can never be repeated again. We will see to that. Our contracts have given us an ethereal lens. It detects weaknesses between this realm and the spirit realm and reveals them. The thief took our product from the material and hit them in the spirit, which we cannot access. It's going to be used anywhere. Let's see places that link between spirit and material realm are the strongest. Okay, so we use the lens, get the goods. Interesting. Do you have it? Yeah, I accept. What you're looking for is a container, as simple as it sounds, but obviously it exists only in the spirit realm. We've tracked its location near the captain's bar in the slaughter docks. I don't know what exactly you'll see when you're there, but rest assured it would be relatively easy to spot. Just having the ethereal lens will be enough to see what you need. Almost forgot to give it to you. Cool. That does sound cool. That's a cool quest. Now, why is it pointing me towards this? Oh. Ah, I see. I didn't notice she was right there. Okay. I don't want that. I want my quest log. Now we have side quests. Okay. So I'm going to stop tracking you. We're not going to do the veil jumper yet. Remind me to go cash that in. We're retrieving the Demacian box. We're getting the key. That's what matters here. We're going to do all of these quests. So how do I get the key? How's that chef doing back there? Nothing. He's not coming out. I have to expose the chef. Or something. Maybe? I don't actually know. Not you. You don't have anything meaningful. This just goes over to the crucible. I wonder if I could present the coin, if that would do anything. Show him the coin. Yes. Where'd you get this? Never seen you before. You just found this off some dead man, huh? So who the hell are you? Declare yourself. I do like Alawi starting a fight. Now there's a soul I can respect. You'll need that gruff if you're gonna survive back there. I gotta see what's back here. Oh, it's a fight pit. Never seen you here before. Welcome to our humble establishment. I tell you to make yourself at home, but that'll probably get you killed. This place is an arena. It's how we entertain ourselves when our ships are in port. Every now and then, someone will haul something in that they really should throw back into the sea, but they don't. They bring it here. A sailor goes in and stands toe-to-toe with whatever the catch was. Only one comes out, either the sailor or the sea monster. Normally, I wouldn't let just anyone enter, but you look like you can handle yourselves. Mostly. Interested in testing your mettle? Today's catch. Giant vicious sea turtle. And someone that can hit it real hard in a single blow. Interesting. Aye, so I bet against me brother one time. What of it? Why do all of your tips start with seduce him, Kalki? I feel like seducing somebody isn't gonna work in Bilgewater like this. I mean, I guess it just worked there, so never mind. So your brother died in a fight pit. That kind of sucks. Oh, I've got to get him to eat some shellfish. That's it. That's it. I got to get him to eat some shellfish. Where's the damn Elkir sauce? I'm looking for something. But I don't see anything more I can do in here. I guess I'm looking for the Elkir sauce. That's probably it. Sex tends to create a solution for more. Wouldn't just random sex also potentially create more problems? That sounds like a really emotionally charged situation you're getting yourself into. Wait a minute. We have Seafer or Seltzer. Can I actually give this to somebody? Clearly, I'm less experienced than you guys. I don't have anything more here. The diseases that sailors might have. We got a lot of STDs out in Bilgewater, guys. That part's dangerous. I wonder if Gangplank got all those oranges. Get a personal stash. Must have had a lot of pockets. Okay, guys, would armor or magic resist protect you more against STDs? What do you guys think? Alright, I think I just had to piss this guy off. Hey, perfect segue. Guys, I have a video about Barrier coming out in a few days. Isn't that exciting? You should subscribe to me on YouTube. YouTube/C/Quintic for a cool new video about Barrier. Wow, that's exciting. Oh, they probably are true damage. Damn it. Okay, guys, am I stupid or yeah? I'm gonna do this quest. I'm doing something else. We're coming back later. I don't like just wandering around in circles doing nothing. It frustrates me. I can't see what's going on, so I'm not gonna figure it out right now. You have to Evelyn. Speaking of Riot Forge, by the way, I've said this since the moment Riot Forge was announced. Because of just the kinds of games I like, how sick would it be to get like a Thief or Dishonored style assassination game where you get to play as Evelyn? How cool would that be? I would buy that in a heartbeat. And then you get to, and then you, I don't know, you could add like some extra mechanics, like some Vampire the Masquerade kind of stuff in it. Dating sim. Just make your own visual novel. People do AUs all the time for stuff like that. Yeah, but I mean, I guess you could set it in Ionia and do Zed. I think Talon would be too, like, on the nose. I want to use, like, more specific magic stuff. Right? Like Evelyn's shape-shifting, which she technically does have in canon. Do you have any spare instruments you'd sell? Well, I hate to part with any of my collection, but the coins have been slow coming lately. Some have a more character. This is too much sentimental value. You gate it in a different game. Like it's... No, this hurts. Really? No, that's... I feel bad. I feel too bad about that. That makes me hurt inside. Where is this? This is in the slaughter docks. Okay. That's actually right there. It's not hard to get to. Clearly he said his goodbyes. My heart hurts, guys. Come on. It makes me feel upset. Alright, where's the access to the spirit realm? Imagine sea monsters just being real and getting pulled up to shore regularly like that. Oh. Made out of petricite. Alright, we're taking the box. That's all? That's kind of neat. I see. Isn't that sociopathy? Oh no, that's just specifically empathy, isn't it? Well, you do you, I guess. I'm gonna buy the middle one. Give me 2 gold. Tried and true loot. Actually, hold on, I don't know. What am I supposed to do for this? An instrument and a source material. I think he did, and I'm just realizing now that I don't know what he... I don't know what he can play. I should have been paying more attention. Wait a minute, I can just go back and ask him again. What am I doing? Neat. Does it? No, because the source material is for him composing a ballad. So the source material, because it's not like I'm giving him sheet music or anything. I'm giving him inspiration. It's a bit different. It's not quite the same. He needs a muse. I'm gonna go talk to the Demacian woman first, and then we'll go back and double check with the bard. I'm like, what did you need again? I'm very busy. I've forgotten. Here's your box. I have some questions. Isn't that still breaking the rules? Just traveling here, talking to you, telling you it's important. It's no good. Okay, so this is the least offensive one. I'm breaking the rules. It brings me no pleasure. What makes you think the goods are here? For methods. We'd have to compromise our security, so that's no good. What is the material realm and spirit realm? The spirit realm is layered on top. It is everywhere and nowhere. It is a space between spaces. It has Azakana in it. And those are very edgy. You must never go there. The best I can explain it. Here's the container. This is it. Ah, this is taking so long. What's in the box? Be a greater crime than the fact magic had to be employed for its return. Oh yes, I know you've been expecting this. Weighty and solid. And yes, the ethereal lens, it's yours now. The culprit's still at large, there's no telling what else he's stolen. That's awesome. So I get 300 gold, and there's something else inside, right? I need Darkstar Fiddlesticks. That's what I need. Whatever Fiddlestick skin they finally come up with, I just hope it's good. I hope it's worth the wait. I'm a big Fiddlesticks player. I have all the Fiddle skins. He's one of... I learned the jungle on Fiddle back in Season 6. He's how I started. Remember what I'm supposed to do? Just any instrument. Any instrument, apparently. What the fuck, Karito? You're all so thirsty tonight! And for what? For what reason? Why are you like this? Like, next thing you know, I'm gonna get Fiddlesticks NSFW sent in my DMs or something. Like, very unsavory things. Does that exist? I've never checked. Does that exist? Has anyone been bold enough to make that? Like, you don't want to see that? I mean, I'm sure it does. I just realized, I'm like, that has to be a really niche audience, doesn't it? Because, like, I know a bunch of monster fuckers, but that is not typical monster fucker fare. It's not that niche? What do you mean? It's not that niche, I understand now. What the fuck? Okay, that's certainly a direction. Sandra. Strings are a bit worn, but they're in tune. Enjoy, friend. Thank you. Okay, so now oops, not that one. I need this one. Now I need source material. Black Marks vendor. Okay, I mean, that's just right here, right? Wait, hold on. I just zoned out. Where am I going? Baron's Rest just has those already. Get the key. No, I want this one. And now I'm searching for this one. And now no, that's not how this works. Fleet Streets dot. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I could not parse that map. You're thirsty for Brahmin set. Yeah, that is a very specific type. You guys don't get. Yeah, I'm not disclosing mine. I don't do that on stream. I think I let it slip once. You'll have to pry that information from my cold, dead hands. If you can pet Set's cat. Yeah, there are some characters who are like too cool or too wholesome for me to find them like sexually attractive. You know what I mean? Like I can have characters who are like objectively pretty, but I just don't. I'm not interested because I find them appealing in another way, you know? Who's a good example? I do not want to open my meme tier. Oh fuck! I can't open that tier list on stream when there's a risk of it being revealed. Because a while ago, my friends and I made like a full meme thirst trap tier list. Oh wait, isn't that just my main quest? Yeah, it is. By the fishmonger. I have to remember where the fishmonger is. Were you ever... You weren't involved, so I'm afraid if you remember this. Because my top tier was sus as fuck. It was a really sus tier list.
Club, do they tell any stories of you? The great guru truth-bearer?
I am but one of many truth bearers. There are no stories of me that I know. What of you? Do they
Sussy.
tell your stories in the Freljord?
Speaking of Sussy, have you guys seen the Among Us VR trailer?
Of course they do.
I want to play that, but I'm gonna get motion sick.
Legends. The Freljord. Oh, it is a land full of legends.
Okay, thank you. I've completely forgotten where everything is. So I appreciate you guys, leading me forward. No one seems to mind. Oh, it's this guy! This vendor uses a special currency called Black Marks. Black Marks can be obtained by trading in artifacts and by trading fish at the fishmonger. Anything tradable? Oh, okay. Wow. I lose Squall, but... Dead Man's Plate. Wow, it's actually just Dead Man's Plate. Goes on to Braum. Tomes of Knowledge. Fishing rods. Skins? Wait, what do you mean? You can get skins? Interesting. Okay, hold on. Trade artifacts. Chat. Low tide market. New tide, new wear. Spend your marks here instead of at the other land. At least you know what you're getting. Is it worth me buying any of these? This is... Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? I should just buy this, right? I lose Envenom, I lose Squall, but... You say I should spend it on the tomes instead? Am I getting baited by just having a good item now that I can get something as good later? Is that what's happening here? I should buy the lighthouse key. Yeah, I just realized I can afford it now. Okay, gear is bait. I appreciate the warning. It just, I saw a big number, guys, and I got serotonin immediately. It's like, oh, big number. The number got bigger instantly. I just point back at the number. It's like, look guys, number. Oh, that would have been a waste of money. Now, I'm going to assume that when I get to the Shadow Isles, I will have access to a better store for gear, like, pretty quickly. I don't bite. Name's Leo. I'm a fishmonger. Everyone on this pier brings me their fish. That reason is... coin. Ooh. There's some less than savory merchants that deal only in black marks. You give me fish, I give you marks. So that's the point of the fishing minigame. That's kinda cool. I hear you fix problems and I got a big one. That boat takes me home. A humble home, tain't much, but it's mine. Well, 'twas mine, now there's something else living there. Well, it's too big for a fisherman like me to handle. I don't know what I'm about to encounter here, but I'm kind of interested. Yeah, okay. So there's something up... Yeah, there is a chest over here. Has a Guardian's ring in it. That seems like I've outscaled it a little bit, most likely. Okay, where am I getting the source material from again? I'm going to rest because I want to see what's over there, and I'm getting sidetracked, like, constantly. Yes, but only when we actually start fishing, because I will forget. I'm not going to remember. Okay, now let's go over. I should keep, like, shifting around my party just to see what happens. But right now, I think there's no reason for me to not use Yasuo and Misfortune. And I'm just kind of bouncing between Braum and Malawi. See what happens. What? Hello? What just happened? Oh, I found a fishing spot apparently, and I didn't know. We can fish! Okay, yeah, I'd like to know the spot, the trick now. Cast your line to the back where 1 to 2 fish are. Those fish will only ever be a gear chest or an epic fish. Like here? Is this correct? Oh, wait, how does this work? I have no idea what I'm doing. About this. I don't care about the... I care about how to fish. Uh-oh. Hey, I got Max. Wait, why did that not get aggro? Oh, because those aren't fish outlines. Those are friggin' splash marks. Oh, I see. Yeah, because wherever the line goes... Yeah, okay. Blue flame bass. I see now. I got a jellyfish. Where is it? I don't see the fish shadow back there. Where am I going? I feel like that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh my fucking god, it's literally not hitting the water. My line is no longer hitting the water. So this is happening. The line never went anywhere. Oh, is it hitting the rock? Okay, there we go. So where's this fish shadow way in the back? I'm peering forwards. Oh, I just saw it. Yeah, I see what you mean. But I think my line literally can't get there yet. Because I don't have a max distance far enough. So we'll come back. I am unable to take advantage of this. I've had a Discord ping for a while, and I really should have checked to see if it's important before. Yeah, no, it's not important. I was correct, it is team related, but it's something that can wait. Was anybody watching LCS today? Why is this taking so long? There we go. Because I know you were, because I was watching with you. Oh, guys, I haven't saved in a while. I haven't saved during my entire session. Just seen that. Yeah. The pentakill from today, game 1, was unbelievable. Oh my god. That was such a wild play. Because they thought they could answer her. She's in a position where she's like easier to answer now. I mean, you can take an Ashe counter pick, you can take a Senna TK counter pick, which is a real option. Like just anything that actually slows her down. But they didn't do those, so. What is in here? Why can't I shoot it? Alright, whatever. The Nasus is way too niche.
My path lies beyond
We
you.
have an Angler Trickster. What's the special effect here? Crit chance up. Oh, we gotta get Yasuo in there. So Braum doesn't get to go yet. Yep. I don't know what that move is. Casting Devour. What does it do? Deals heavy damage, steals 1 buff. No thanks. Fucking god. I can't get Yasuo in here. No! Meditate. Removes up to 2.0 debuffs from self. Grants a stack of flow for each debuff consumed. And what does flow do again? Oh, it's my flow bar. Right. Oh, of course I know what it does. I can't get him in. Oh, I got him in. I have to do Raging Wind in speed lane. Dispel Taunt.
Another
That's
bit at
so
the end.
funny. Heartbreaker.
Got what you deserved.
Yasuo gets a comedic amount of... we don't actually get to go first. Yasuo gets a comedic amount of crit. Slow, stunned. Really? Stunned me and then took 2 turns. Really? Yeah, Zillion would work. Zillion's a good answer. You need something that... I mean, you need like a Nautilus response. You need something to just lock her down and control her early. Because if she gets out of control, like, you're not dealing with her. You're tapped. I don't have any overcharge, but I don't really care. I just want to do big damage. I'm probably going to crit. Current state Zeri. It took me a moment to assess her. I knew she would be significantly weaker as soon as I saw the patch notes. She's actually still playable.
Save the portals.
There we go.
We shall do this again.
Like her solo queue win rate is poor, but she's still solid. Feathers Knight Talisman, gets some black marks. Major Revival Potion. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Guys, what is this? Guys, what is happening? I found the door. I did find the door, at least. This game sucks. I've never seen that one in League. Have you seen that one in League? You need to get a new graphics card if you've seen that one in League. I'm gonna go back in to see if I missed anything, because I couldn't see. Nope, there's nothing more in here. Wow, that was a bad bug. That chest is so ridiculously bugged that they've applied I can't speak. It is so bugged that they've applied 6 fixes and there's still more. Yikes! Yowza! That's a lot. I really hope EG wins tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to watch because I have a set I have to coach, like, at the same time. Can I talk to you now? No, you're not interactable. I'm actually so upset that we have a game scheduled for LCS finals at the same time. It's so tilting. I don't have any fish to trade. Oh, this also costs marks. I should heal before I go check out the lighthouse. I'm so distracted though. Okay. I have a feeling I shouldn't do that chest again. Do you know how hard it is to get that to happen, by the way? I've never had a game crash like that before. Hehehe. Wait, did that say 1220 autosave? Perfect. That's actually... I lost nothing. Does it now? That's awesome. I actually really appreciate that. Because I was paranoid it would be one of those games where if you don't save constantly, you lose progress. And I hate losing progress. It drives me insane. It drives me ballistic. But the load times are so long. I'm so tired, guys. Those games don't exist. Okay, I've been playing a lot of old games. Will you warn me about that hard lock? Actually, yes, you will. I don't know why I'm asking that. Of course you will. My Twitch chat is the best Twitch chat in the world. You guys are always so helpful. No one tell him. You guys are... All of you except Sonic. Sonic's an asshole. Okay, at least it's not a persistent bug. Okay, so what I need to do is... Well, I can check out the lighthouse now. I need to find some source material, and I don't know where the source material would be. So... Low tide market? No! I'm not playing along with the jokes anymore. We were memeing earlier. It was awesome. Really funny. That one's too far. That one is too far. You will fail, and I will be glad when you do. Is there any way I can get into the... Oh, duh. It's just over here, yeah. That's the low tide market. Just a chest that I missed. I get 12 black marks for this, for trading an artifact. Okay. Can somebody help me find the source material? Moon Swain. I'm hyped. You guys ready for the Swain update? I'm ready for it. Current Moonstone Swain? I don't know. I have a hard time believing that. Post-patch Moonstone Swain, I can believe that a little more. Like you designed a kit concept? Oh. Okay, thank you. Oh, because they said the black mark. I'm so mad. I'm so... Of course, because they obviously did tell me to come here. Shot. Built over bike looks so stupid. No, I don't see anything. By a Black Marks vendor. So not, it could be someone else, and he did mention that other bloke. So there's probably, and the way he said, the way he explained it, sounds like there's somebody who you can just gamble away marks and get something random. I'm locked on that quest. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check out the lighthouse first, and then we're gonna figure out the key stuff, because the key is driving me ballistic. We're probably going to go into that, like, subtle nudging direction again, guys, where you don't spoil anything or explicitly tell me what to do, but you do kind of guide me on the right path. I always appreciate that. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did that. But it seems like I'm probably going to need it. I don't know if going in here is a good idea or worth it, but I'm down to find out. It's probably only got a chest in it. I don't. I prefer New Swain quite a bit. I think he's just a cooler character. Yeah, gotta love those kinds of designs. I mean, I think it's nice if some games have cryptic things in them. I actually do enjoy that. I also enjoy when they're optional, and this is. The problem is when I start doing something, my brain no longer perceives it as optional. We now must finish. So. There's a large chest up here. It's got a lot of good potions. Troll ring. That probably has good regen. And I think that is... Only few words are visible. My greatest invention. A tattered piece of blueprints. I feel like that might pay off later. Might come in handy. No, they did not. No, they did not. It's a very different champion still. I mean, I'm glad they're bringing him back to a pseudo-drain tank. That is a good direction for him. It's where he was supposed to be. Yeah, we don't have the bird laser. Okay. The bird laser was the most important part. What a stupid champion that was. I don't know. I'm biased because, like, when Swain's kit came out, like, when it was revealed, he was exactly the kind of mage I wanted. The kind of, like, Eldritch Blast, just, like, Warlock style. Like, oh my god, I'd wanted that forever. And we got it. And then it was viable support. And that's so nice. That's so good for me. So I like New Swain a lot. Ooh! It seems like there'd be some really scuffed speedrunning things in this game. But you'd have to know about them ahead of time. Which, that's the point, Quinn. That's the point of speedrunning. You're on a blind playthrough. You're not supposed to know about these things yet. Alright, let's go back to Baron's Rest. Let's figure out these smaller details. That would be so broken, actually, come to think of it. Depending on how big the discount is, you're just a champion who can buy stuff for cheaper. That's actually broken. What if there was a champion who got, like, buy one, get one free for components? Let's find out what this brought. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not surprised at all. Oh yeah, I love leaving particles behind. No, Ornn has to pay full price. That's not nearly as broken. Bogo the needlessly large rod. Oh, the fast death caps. No. No. What if there's a champion whose passive is literally just 7th item slot? That's it. That's all they get. Yeah, there's nothing good you could Bogo a BF into, though. I guess you could BT... No, does BT still build out of that? I actually don't... Why don't I remember this? Save up, and then Bogo your mythic. Now you have 2. Baron's Rest is a shady bar. God, that would be annoying in lane. Here, I have an instrument for you. A fine instrument. I thank you with all my heart. Confident in its playability. We'll be back with those things. Okay, so I still need to figure out the key now. I like the vibes. Oh, this is the balloon guy again. Okay, I need help figuring out the key problem, because I am completely stuck on this. Wait, what if I just walked up and took it? I can't. Yeah. Here. He does get the runs from Shellfish. I don't know how to get Shellfish onto his plate, though. Like, that's obviously the solution. And I've been in the kitchen and I don't see anything more I can do in there. Wait, is this a shellfish tank? No. Yeah, exactly. But this guy... You're not trying to pass warp at me. Drop the subject. There's only so many things I can... I was correct in buying this. I'm fucking mad. Look at this. Is that like garbage the man in the corner was hawking? Who in the world would want... Wait a second, let me see that bottle. The lemon covers up the smell, she says. Follow me. I'm so dumb. I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I did it correctly. We're so sorry about that, sir. We made this special just for you. It's about damn time. I literally did the right thing and then didn't talk to her again. Are you kidding me? It's about to stab someone. Please enjoy. So delicious. Each bite better than the last. Oh no. No, no, no! What have you done? Get out of the way. But I did it! I literally had the idea and then never did anything with it. I'm so fucking... There's a chest in here. Another customer. Alright, what's up with you? Granted access. I want to ask how you got it. You got me black marks? I give you goods. We both don't ask the other where we got them from. Deal? They're loot crates. Oh, no. That's gonna drive me crazy. Modestly written stories by average authors. Fantastic stories for curious minds. You know what? I gave him the average instrument, I'll give him the average book. The loot crates sound awful. I hate gambling. It drives me insane. The only reason I would ever do that if it's with like a currency you have in abundance. So I'm not buying any black mark chests. Why am I here? How did they sneak shellfish in there? Alright, I got you something okay. Well-written source material. I'll make it my own and not betray my benefactors, the other authors. Perfect. I'm going to witness it. Wait, you could have sabotaged him by giving him the bad stuff. So nervous. Well, this one's for all the coins in the coffer. Hush over your cups and gaze over yonder, as I regale you with a tale you can ponder of Gaspar the Black, before the seas he did wander. Yearning for adventure but stuck on the shore, he found the vile captain Redbeard in the tavern and swore to convince him to take him to lands never seen before. Well, the syllable structure's all wrong here. This is pretty good. Let's get us some talent. Gaspar had the key to a stash of gold offshore, but Redbeard had heard of such stories and lore. Gaspar, there's no gold for you in store. But Gasper would not be so easily turned away. He said, Redbeard, please listen to what I have to say. Make me your partners from my hometown. I don't have to stay. That was a wonderful sounding instrument. It is a little off, but I'll allow you. They set off on a journey, and only then did Gasper remember witnessing his parents in different states of dismember, and he saw Redbeard's shadow, the true offender. I never saw that twist coming, with the tale getting spicy. They landed ashore and entered a cave. The gold they both so craved had both their minds enslaved, causing twisted thoughts in their hearts so depraved. When finally they stumbled upon the chest so grand, Redbeard rushed forward with the key in hand. Gasper brandished his pistol and aimed it as planned. Bang! Gasper returned to the ship. Alone he appeared. Redbeard is dead, he said, and the crew all cheered. Help me gather the gold higher than you can stack. Just like that, Gasper became Gasper the Black. At the helm of his ship, he never looked back. What an amazing ballad. I'm so glad I came here tonight instead of stabbing someone in an alley. Hooray, I spent way too much money. That is neat. So if you give him like a bad instrument and a bad material, like he'll just suck. Oh, I kind of want to look that up now. Your help was immeasurable. Please take this. He reimburses. He did not reimburse me fully. Well, that's all the side quests so far, yeah? Yeah, it is. I just need to cash in a bounty. And then I guess we'll get ready for the Shadow Isles. But it's getting kind of late and I'm not allowed to, like... Or I shouldn't say I'm not allowed, but, like, I shouldn't keep my voice up because I don't want to harass my family throughout the night. Like, my door is only so thick. Alright. We do have the arena. I'm not really interested in the arena right now. Doesn't appeal to me. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go to the Shadow Isles, just take in whatever cutscenes they give me, and then probably leave it off for the night. Plus 50 profit? Okay, nice. And we got a fun little ballad out of it. I got to take someone's instrument away from him. Looks like I picked a good setup, I guess. Good outcome for the quest. We're redeeming look at your map while playing an RPG. Alright, there we go. There it is. There's the map. I have to press a button to do it. I'm just gonna take the gondola. I'll make it quick. We'll save the game. We'll go to Shadow Isles. 80 degrees. Wait, yeah, I just realized April 24th now. It's almost May! What? Where did 2022 go? Where is it gone? Why is it almost May? What? That's bad. I'm actually panicking. What? Why is it almost May? Why is it the end of April? Yeah, it snowed here like a week ago. And I complained about it on Twitter because it was stupid. Well, 2 days now. 3 days technically because this one just started, but... And I haven't been to bed, so I don't really consider it the next day. It snowed yesterday for you, and now it's 80 Fahrenheit. Ew. That's no good. That's unsatisfying. Well, snow is nice when it's just fallen, but I don't like how it was covering my flowers, because our flowers started blooming in the backyard. And that's just nice to see. It gives me serotonin. Warrior's Orb. Nice. What are these? Spider Queen, Gothra. Oh, it's a Shadow Isles one. This is a level 13 Razorfin stuff. Brew Steel Pistols. I mean, these look playable. Shadow Isles, alright. It's kind of a map spoiler, isn't it? And then the Razorfin is... Where is this? The Well of the Mother Serpent? No, that's not Vilemaw. We manually save. We do our maintenance as soon as we get to the Shadow Isles. Oh, come on. Yeah, let me through. Let's go on our way. Let's see some spooky things. I'm ready. I miss threes. I really do. I would also disagree with that because some champs were just awful in threes.
This your crew?
Guess so.
Here's my band of weirdos. No, I have a problem, guys. I have a problem. Mr. Peichel isn't here yet.
As promised, one magnificent ship.
That is a mighty vessel. Does it have a name?
I agree. I want it back.
I haven't gotten around to naming her yet. She was recently. Care to do
Stolen.
the honors?
Really? Oh, but I couldn't. Brom is not so good at naming things.
Come on, first thing that comes to mind.
The charming lady?
Brom, you lady killer.
Excuse me?
The charming lady. I like it. Alright, people, listen up. This isn't a pleasure cruise, so don't get too comfortable. We've got a harrowing to stop. I've got a washed-up Reaver King to kill. And remember, from here on out, it's Captain Fortune.
Aye, aye, Captain.
This is gonna be a long trip.
Braum makes every scene he's in just so much better. So much better. I love it. Oh, I have to learn to sail, don't I? Dominion would be cool. I never got to play on Dominion. I was gone before I started. Later? What's going on now? Flashback time? Edgy backstory moment?
You have potential, but you are a wild boy. A tempest that must be tamed. Yasuo, remember all I have taught you.
Master, I never should have abandoned my post.
Yasuo, what have you done? Have you no honor?
Yone, you're mistaken. This wasn't me. I was only gone a short while.
You further disgrace yourself with these lies? Our master bears wounds. Only your blade could have dealt.
Brother, please let me through. No.
What is that?
haunting melody. Don't let me stop you.
I prefer not to have an audience.
Ah, yes, the lone swordsman.
That was-
I was
Oh, I
seeking
like
some
Phil.
quiet.
Alawi and the others speak highly of your skills.
Are we still talking about my music?
We don't know each other yet. But if you're as good as they say, I could use a man like you.
A man like me.
Sometimes my enemies need convincing. That blade of yours would help certain negotiations.
I already work for someone.
Right, the missing girl. Whatever she's paying, I promise
Misfortune
my terms would
snake.
be sweeter.
I swore I would protect her. And I'll keep my word. Even if it leaves me poor as a beggar.
Or dead. You remind me of a saying I once heard. Fear the warrior who has been disgraced. He will set pride before reason, redemption before life. It's Ionian.
I know it. Don't talk to me about disgrace.
I was talking about redemption. I don't care what you did, or about your past. My offer stands whether you find your girl or not. But for the record, I hope you do. Enjoy your solo.
People pass through, they go in and out. I don't know. This is what I play the game for, though. This is what I live for. Everyone talking to each other.
Your sailing improves. You are still in
Yes, and the water is still outside the ship.
Then, what troubles you? You worry for your people.
Keep roasting each other. I want more of that.
Rome has vanquished many foes. But what my people face now, this sickness, it cannot be stopped with fist and shield.
I admire your strength.
Yes, it is
He's actually thrown
one
off
of
for
Rome's
once.
most admirable qualities.
In Buru culture, we respect those who take what they want. Strength is a tool that allows us to live in the moment.
And I suppose we are having a moment now?
Yes. One we could.
Bro, allow it.
Yes, Rome would love to continue discussing the Buru religion. But with the sea, the ship's rolling wreck, Rome is afraid to take his eyes off the horizon. Oh dear. You must forgive me. When Brom is sick, it is a mighty storm. An avalanche of... Oh, please excuse me.
Alawi's been thirsty since the very beginning. I was, of course, ready for Alawi's thirst.
Really? I need to remind you to knock?
We have unfinished business.
Yes, that's why you're on my boat, heading towards the most dangerous place in existence. What more do you want from me?
Sarah, I can tell you are hurt.
I'm hurt? Oh, yes. Gangplank still lives. Sure, this is
Like, Alawi
obviously
flirts with
not
people in
great
League.
news to me.
It's not unexpected.
But we're going to kill him properly this time. And then I'll feel better.
I know his deeds were unforgivable, but I want to make it clear that my priority is not Gangplank's death. It is to stop this harrowing.
But Gangplank is causing this harrowing. You saw it in a vision yourself.
Sarah, I am bound to the Mother Serpent. She has plans for all of us. She needs me to save Bilgewater, but she didn't give me specifics. I must put the goddess first. I don't know how that will affect our mission, but we do not have the same goals.
I try to respect your beliefs, Alawi, and maybe your intentions are pure. But he killed my mother.
I know. The goddess will send me another sign soon, I am sure. But until then...
Oh, we're having a
What
situation.
the hell? Above deck, now!
Sea monster?
Captain, there's an angry giant headed right for us. Brace for impact.
Uh-oh. Jawfish? No, it's not. What is that, though?
Alright, let's blow off some steam.
Okay. We have a deep lurker with almost 5,000 health. What does he have? Gain a stack of frenzy when hit, increasing AP by 5% for one attack. Uh-oh. Unleash frenzy is not great. So there are a lot of AoEs in this game. Like a lot. We just gotta get Yasuo started. I want you tapped because that's how Misfortune is getting her damage. I think I want Braum just taking the damage immediately. If he's just taking moderate, it's not AoE. Once again, okay, we got our poison off. That did a shit ton of damage to everybody. Try guns blazing.
Fuse is lit.
Extra turn, go again. I should really be putting guns blazing in the speed lane, actually, because there's... Yeah, this needs to go in the speed lane. 100%. There's no difference depending on what lane it is. I do like 560 with high crit chance. That's pretty appealing. Put Yasuo in the extra crit, and we just hope nothing bad happens. Braum still has taunt active. Apparently he doesn't, actually. Oh, wait, yes he does. That was pretty good. So Braum can do... That's not worth it. Braum's gonna need to taunt again, and I will. And it could be damning for him. There's no recovery time. I need to spend the ult as soon as I can. You're no longer tapped, right? I think I just love tap.
Fish in a barrel.
Yeah, Yasuo has to be the one to ult here. This makes the most sense. I just need to burst this thing down before it kills us, because I... Yeah, okay. And Yasuo didn't crit. Because Misfortune has the best speed right here. Heal Braum. Defend. What's Yasuo's crit at? This is getting tricky. Yasuo has another ultimate. You're already tapped. Heartbreaker has no way of actually getting in there, but you will guaranteed go first. Defend. This thing doesn't actually attack. Oh, he doesn't attack that much, and I'm wasting turns. Oh, no. I see.
The end is here.
Yet another time when I'm not critting. Rom is dead. That is definitely bad, but the fight is manageable. I don't think anyone dies from one more hit. There's no reason to not go power lane here. And Misfortune will kill. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We undeadened the monster. Toy sailboat. We got a little... That's cool. I'm so glad everyone gets the same XP.
Keep fighting! This mission will not end here. Not against this thing.
Yes! Yes! He's here! I've been waiting for you.
You, the priestess from the docks. You put the new voice in my head.
I tested you. Yes. The Mother Serpent deemed you worthy.
Worthy.
Worthy, huh?
The dark that comes to swallow everything. Made them stop. The voices.
So, your coming is no coincidence.
The Blood Harbor Ripper.
My prey calls me that. My name is Pike.
He's here.
You brought the Blood Harbor Ripper onto my ship? I'm starting to reconsider our arrangement.
Star of Fortune, I know your name.
You've killed a lot of good men. I'd be doing the world a favor by gutting you right here.
Sarah, he is chosen.
Well, make better choices.
I have seen the truth in the deep. Blood in the water. And on my list, one name burns brightest.
What name?
Gangplank. The deep demands his blood.
The fool has made
Well,
powerful enemies.
That bought Misfortune's allegiance.
A whole ship full, it seems. I know a weapon when I see one. That I can use. So long as it doesn't gut me in my sleep. What do you say?
Your terms are acceptable. For now.
This has been a very exciting voyage.
We got him. A renowned harpooner from the slaughter docks of Bilgewater, Pike should have met his death in the belly of a gigantic jawfish, and yet he returns. Now stalking the dank alleys and backways of his former hometown, he uses his new supernatural gifts to strike from the shadows and pick off the weak and injured captains who populate his list. Damage and debuffs, that's exciting. Dive into shallow waters to slip through grates. Bone Skewer drags enemies into combat, decreasing their chance to link addition. That's useful. Portion of Pike's stamina is converted into attack power. Okay, he's squishy as fuck in this game too. Alright. Every time Pike crits, he has a chance to gain Executioner, which allows him to plunder his opponent as if they were low on health. Money of Pike's abilities causes him to become stealth. Ooh! I have stealth, yes. Yes! Okay, we got Pike. We got Pike. We got Pike. He's going in my party and he's never coming out. They made Gangplank look so cool in this one. Fresh!
The suffering. Delicious.
Race, what are you doing? This wasn't part of our plan.
Gangplank, you knew my nature when we made our alliance. These souls strengthen my magic. And besides, this island is loyal to your enemy, Misfortune. These fools abandoned you at your darkest hour. Now, they fuel your triumphant return.
Well, the crown is buried in Bilgewater, like you asked.
Excellent. Even now it draws the black mist. Soon, it will expand my reach to the city itself. What of the Buru artifacts?
I have them all here.
Then let us return to my domain. The ritual can finally begin.
All this for Bilgewater. When this demon's done, I hope there's still a city left for me to rule.
They made Gangplank sound almost sympathetic for a second. The Drowned Port. We got Pike. He finally showed up. Yes! When Pike came out in League, he was the only champion to ever release that I actually one-tricked for like a month straight. No release has ever been as fun for me immediately as Pike. That champ rules. Check his abilities. Yeah, I want to see them. I want to bone skewer someone. Yes. Seriously, literally just Pike being in the game made me more excited for it to come out. Like when they showed off the roster in the announcement trailer. He's so fucking sick. Let's go. So we're here in the Shadow Isles.
We've arrived.
The Shadow Isles are even more frightening up close.
The black mist will be strongest here. Goddess only knows what we shall face. Steel yourselves.
I should get out of Misfortune's face for a bit. There's probably a rest point, like, right here, right?
Despite the dangers, we must focus on finding Gangplank, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost.
One man can be killed as easily as another. Why the concern?
I already killed this man once.
Okay, Pike, Misfortune, Yasuo. No, that seems like a bad call. I feel like I should do Pike, Illaoi, Yasuo for a bit. Just see how that goes. Yeah, he's squishy as fuck. Of course he is. Of course he is. He's so goddamn squishy. I'm gonna need to just constantly try to keep him alive, aren't I? I'll be watching our flank. Marlin Spike. Yeah, these are just better weapons. Oh yeah, Illaoi just... Vilemaw's Tribute. We'll come back later. So where are we now? The Drowned Port. There's lots to explore here. What are his abilities? Serrated Slice applies a random debuff, has a chance to apply stealth. Ghost Shroud reduces all damage taken, prevents stealth from being removed when hit. Carve increases attack power for one action, reapplies stealth if active. Okay. Gift of the Drowned Ones, 20% less health from stamina, but gains additional attack power. That's just way better than Gift of the Drowned Ones in League. Well, except it doesn't have the regen, but I meant like the stat conversion's way better. What's this? Improves crit chance per overcharge used. Ghost Water Dive. Making Pike untargetable. Removes 2 debuff from stealth. Ooh! That's kind of nice. So he's really hard to get with dots. Mark targets. Applies Sunder and Magic Sunder to a random enemy, increasing physical and magic damage taken. Either applies a bleed or bestows Pike with stealth or executioner. That sounds pretty random. No recovery time. What? No recovery time from Sunder. Bone Skewer guaranteed to crit on a bleeding target. Nice. Plunder deals 213 damage if the target is below 30% health or Pike has Executioner. Instead deals 476. Killing Blow will grant an extra 25% gold from the target. Neat. Ambush deals 2 damage, and if Stealth just deals more. To the Depths deals 407 randomly, or Death from Below. Oh, yes. Yes. This rules. I have to upgrade Pike. I guess we can just finish off with our runes. Assassin and Drowned One. So crit chance while stealthed. It's quite a bit more while stealthed. Applies poison on crits. Gain Executioner when landing the killing blow on an enemy. Applies bleed. Okay, what does Executioner do again? I need to remember. Oh, and I have upgrade points too. Reduces mana cost. That's actually pretty nice. That means it's really easy to get overcharge. 7. So my Pike has a lot of multi-hits. When a marked enemy dies, restore. So you could actually set it up like this, that, and then this just doesn't cost anything if you kill something. That applies a bleed, so that's pretty important for Bone Skewer. Oh, here it is. Allowing Plunder and Death from Below to trigger their bonus damage. That's what Executioner does. Carve deals more, generates more overcharge, adds a poison, increases crit chance. So you can spec Pike into like a lot of... Oh my god, there's so many upgrades to do. This gives him extra stamina. I don't know if that's the right one for him, though. I mean, it's pretty funny. This is bonus damage, this is stamina. Brawler's Chain. I mean, yeah, I don't want Pike to get too squishy. Should I just invest Pike into, like, wacko damage? Oh, Misfortune doesn't have a trinket. Is it worth... And neither does Braum. Oh my god, what am I doing? So the Silver Bullet is just way better than everything else. So, like, in theory, Yasuo should probably have it, right? What does Feral Flare do? It gives haste. This is a hilarious amount of bonus damage. I am biased. Okay, we're gonna come back when I have more brain faculties. We're gonna come back and we're gonna actually, like, invest into Pike and do all of our equipment and stuff here, and we'll start that later, and, like, we'll... Yeah, that's for next time. And guys, now that school is over and I have fewer responsibilities, I'm going to make a genuine effort to get back in the swing of my content. And I think I can do it this time, because I have a lot more content ideas that are far less likely to tilt me. If I keep playing single-player games like this, and, like, just focus on my League research and stuff, instead of, like, streaming ranked and stuff like that, I just have a strong feeling that I'm going to be less tiltable than usual. With no school, this is my window to get myself back into a good mental state. I have the means to do that now, and I'm really excited about it. So, with that said, I will definitively promise that there will be at least one other Ruined King stream in the next 7 days. I will promise that, and I will hold myself to it. I don't know when exactly it will be, but I'm gonna have the time. I can do that. But I'm getting tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night, which is good because I need to fix my sleep schedule. Just give me a moment. Okay. For now, then, that'll be it. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to love yourselves, respect each other. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.